Within 2 weeks' time, every person in America will be sure to know your name.
So I don't need to wait 2 weeks for anything.
And what do you mean by that?
Then it would all get started right then and there.
You want to get it started right now?
Well, I am the one picking this fight. And besides... You're so chained up, it's pathetic.
That isn't what I'm talking about.
You understand now, Mr. Chained?
I mean, look at you. You're just so incredibly earnest about fighting. I see now. The blood travels down into the arms through the inner arteries. The blood flow in the arteries can be cut off without even needing to hold anything in the armpit. Without blood, the hands and fingers gradually become thinner. Until...
There is a broken wall between us, but still, I get what you're saying.
He was pulled through it into the other cell. And then Mr. Unchained said... He was holding Baki's arm and leg like this, just flinging him around like a towel. But he was doing it to a person, just flinging him. After that, he just let him go. Because he went into the next cell.
29 years old, 8-year sentence.
I mean, all that's true, of course. It's undeniable that he isn't held down by that stuff. Unchained really means that there's no room that can hold him. There's absolutely nothing on Earth that can hold a guy like that in.
Surprisingly calm look in his eyes, as if he weren't in the middle of a fight. He's so fast, even with that big body of his. When we measured it later, it was nearly a foot deep. My breath caught in my throat.
That feels good. It's the same thing that I felt 5 years ago. What? Yep. Oh, I like water.
Yep, that's right. The first thing I noticed that made me realize something major had changed looked just like a face. It's also called the Devil's Face, and it's only acquired through very specific training. You know who he is. I mean, everybody knows him. And yet Baki Hanma, a mere teenager, looked just like that extraordinary martial artist.
Shall we begin?
I thought I knew what was next. Mr. Oliver was fully aware of the change that had come over the young man in front of him.
Now here I come!
And then, as if he changed his mind, he hit the ground because something else was watching and had recorded the whole thing. But Oliver's still just standing there. He lands a hit.
Oliver! Explain why he didn't fight back.
Because by that point, Mr. Oliver wasn't even conscious.
It's just as I thought. You may still be little more than a child, but you've grown a lot. Its title is the User Illusion, cutting consciousness down to size. When a person moves, especially in reaction to an external event, but true consciousness of the situation comes only half a second later, during the 0.5 seconds it takes to receive the signal that was sent. The many difficult situations that you've been able to escape. I suppose that it's an uncommon or even rare technique. And that's because I have this!
basically swallowed a whole person. It was already beyond what any of us could imagine, but there was more. I remembered something from when I was a kid. I didn't have anything to put it in, so I just gently closed my hand around it, even though I'd carried it so carefully. Because of losing that precious treasure, I learned something.
I could stomp on you right now, or even tear you apart. But then, sadly for you, this place isn't anywhere near as merciful as the ring. With your own mouth, you'll say, "Oh, please forgive me."
A referee can't be expected to decide a match between opponents who hate each other this much. Come on, man. You can't just keep playing this game of secret weapons. It just feels wrong. This isn't the way that I wanted to defeat Biscuit Oliver, the strongest man in America. Come on, face to face. Plant our feet and just go at it proudly.
No! Huh? You can't fight him like that! It was Iron Michael. There's a good reason why there are 17 weight classes in boxing! He was totally right.
You're saying I should absolutely do it!
Going to exchange what would probably be the strongest punches in the history of the world! Because none of us who were there could bear to watch. It was just too overwhelming.
There's one thing that I'm sure of. Oliver won't be defeated. He's got 200 pounds on me. It's gotta be strength. Just keep pushing through. All the way to the far wall and beyond.
Honorable. Lofty. Dignified.
No, he's doing it! This boy, who's over 200 pounds lighter than me!
But no one's in front of me anymore.
You just lost, didn't you? What? Do you plan on having that boy carry me back?
You guys go tell the warden. I have an announcement to make to all the inmates. Huh? All right, some of you with your ears to the ground might have already heard the rumor. I'm sorry to say that I'm no longer deserving of being called #1 here in the Arizona State Prison. So what should I do? That's simple enough. Warden, go ahead and process him. Go on, release him. Baki Hanma leaves here today.
I was released pretty fast. Like, surprisingly fast. More like a demand. The helicopter escort to the airport to make sure I got on the plane and left.